Today is not lesson on leadership, only clarification, which I will revolve around a small story, and I'll take questions on an interactive basis. The story hatches its plot in a small little village in Goa. This village is far away from the urban life and the melodies of township, separated by a blue river and a deep green forest. The people in this village are someone who are very ethically bound and rarely venture to the town called Goa. If they do have to go, they seek the permission of the elders there. The only means of transport from the village to the town Goa is a boat, which does a journey once a day ferrying goods and services. Having said this, in this village live three friends: David, Hannah and Joseph. David is a very ambitious person, and he has heard of something called software engineer. His ambition is to come to the town of Goa, study in engineering college and land a job in America. Hannah, a pretty girl, all of 18 years old, is a school teacher. Now Hannah is deeply in love with David, but she does not have the courage to tell David that she loves him. David is not aware of Hannah's feeling for him and does not reciprocate those feelings. The third character is Joseph. Joseph has finished his 10th and has joined his father in the farming business. Joseph is deeply in love with Hannah, but does not have the courage to tell Hannah that he loves her. Hannah does not share his feelings, and nor is she aware of the same. Two other important characters in this plot is the village headman, a widower, holds large tracts of land, well respected. His best friend, Hannah's father. They both go out every evening and have a drink and get back. One day, David decides he has to go to the Goa city to study, seeks the permission of the elders, granted, and goes the boat, the Blue River, crosses and is off to Goa. Before he leaves, he tells his two best friends about his decision. Hannah is shocked. She loves him deeply, but cannot summon up the courage to tell him that she loves him. First month, the boat comes back with a letter from David. 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, the letter stops. One day, Hannah's father comes home. He looks extremely tired and sick. Hannah asks him, "Papa, what's happened? What's wrong with you?" He tells, "Child, I just visited the village doctor. He suspects I have cancer and I won't live for long. I am duty bound as a father to fulfill some obligations, and I need to get you married." Then here comes the twist, Toastmasters. I want you to marry the village headman. Hannah is shocked. "But Dad is an old man, as old as you. I don't want to marry him." Hannah's father says, "He's a widower, has no children, extremely wealthy, and is my best friend. I will have no further say in this matter. It is decided. Child, go to sleep. You are getting married." That night, Hannah decides to quit the house and run away from there to Goa, where she wants to go meet David. The next evening, she takes the jewelry in one hand and a suitcase and tries to make the exit to the front door. She notices her father coming in. She panics, leaves the jewelry box and the suitcase, runs to the back door, into the deep green forest, comes at the blue lake, where the boatman is making his last journey for the day. She explains her plight, her helplessness, and cries before the old man. The boatman takes pity on her and says, "Child, I'll drop you to Goa, but on one condition. This boatman has not had a business for the past 1 week and his family is starving." He says, "Give me ₹100. I will take you across and put you there." Anna pleads helplessness. "I do not have any money, I left it all behind." "Give me the jewelry." "But boatman, sir, I left the jewelry behind when I came." Then here comes the twister Toastmasters. He says, "If you can't give me anything, give me a sari." "You wretched old man, how can you ask for the sari of a young girl? Aren't you born and morally belong to a family?" The boatman says, "Look, child, if I do what I am doing now by dropping you to the other side, I'll be in trouble with your father and the village headman. I am taking this because I am taking pity on you. If I can have your sari, I will sell it and feed my family. That's all I'm interested in." She curses the boatman, gets off the boat, and heads into the forest. As she walks into the forest, she meets the Swamiji. She falls at the feet of the Swamiji and asks him for a solution. Like all Swamijis who have umpteen solutions to every problem in life and never give you one, the Swamiji says, "Child, I have 3 solutions for you. 1, go back to your father and marry the village headman. Go back to the boatman, give him a sari and go to the town Goa. The 3rd solution, sit, wait and watch." And he goes on to his ways of spiritual life and carries on. Anna sits there for quite some time, hears the shouts and loud noises of the villagers. She turns around to see them marching, searching for her with fire in the hand and a stick. She quickly decides it's now or never. Goes on to the boatman, removes the sari, gives it to him, reaches the other side of the bank of the river, waits for morning to come, covers herself with leaves and twigs, reaches the town of Goa, traces David and rings the bell. David is shocked to see her in a plight and condition. She breaks down and explains her position and situation to him. Taking pity, he helps her into the house. Goa being Goa is alright for a man and a woman to live together. For a year, Anna tends to his needs, takes care of his food, everything, and will live a happy life. One day, David comes back home. He's very excited. He says, "Anna, I got a letter from the US. My job has been confirmed. I have to leave." Anna tells, "You can't leave me and go. I left everything in the village. I've come back. You're the only one I belong to." David says, "It's the other way around, Anna. I have taken care of you as a friend for the past 1 year. You know of my ambition to go to the US, and now my chance has come. Sorry, I have to leave. You too have to leave the house." Anna has no other option. Leaves David's house, goes back to the same old boatman who takes her to the Blue River into the deep green forest, and she enters her village. Times have changed a bit in the past 1 year. Her father has passed away and is no more. And as she crosses the village, she meets David, who's extremely happy to meet her. He doesn't ask her what happened the past 1 year, nor is he interested. A few months passed. One day, David summons up the courage and tells Anna, "Anna, I loved you all this time. Will you marry me, Anna? Please, will you marry me?" Anna suddenly realizes Here was the person I loved, David, the most. He didn't care for me and went off to the US. Here's a person I do not care who loves me the most now, and I will marry him. She goes on to tell, let me be truthful to him, and tell that she stayed with David for 1 year in his house. David is shocked. In this village that they come from, a man and a woman live only if they're married. David straightaway tells Anna, you are second hand, I cannot marry you. We come to the end of the story, Toastmasters. I will throw a few questions to you, and I want to see how you react to my questions. David, one of the characters, okay, who are the characters in this plot?
David, Joseph and Anna.
Children one at a time. Who are the characters?
David, Joseph and Anna.
David, Joseph and Anna.
The village head and the father.
The village head and the father.
And Swamiji.
You love the village head, man. It's smart.
Boatman and Swamiji.
Boatman, Swamiji. So typically we have something like 6 characters, main characters in this story and plot. David asked Anna to leave her house, left her alone and left to the US. How many of you think David was right in what he did?
He was right.
Yeah. Why, sir?
He knows what he is being doing. That's the reason he has gone to her, his parents first, and then he would have taken a courage and then, crossed the village and then studied hard to reach it. So that's the objective of the life first, what you are supposed to do. Then comes to the next priorities of life. Either you are truthful to yourself, and after 5 years you will start blaming him, and then your relationship will not fit right. As a friend you have helped, but that doesn't mean that you are going to sacrifice your dream.
Super. He says, as a friend I've helped enough, David has helped enough, and he's on to pursue fine. Now let's flip the coin. You have an answer? If I flip the coin? After I flip the coin. Okay. How many of you think David was wrong in what he did? Raj?
Having accepted to stay with him for a year, he should have come to an understanding that a lady has come all the way by sacrificing everything to stay with him forever. Though we had a dream to go to US, in fact all of us, but not a great or bad, each one of us. But our ambitions and dreams should not become a problem or a deep trouble to someone else. So he would have made proper arrangements to tell her that you stay in my uncle's place or paying guest house or whatever. I'll come back. Maybe I'll ask my employee to provide an accommodation to take you back. Or I'll come back to find a job in India, maybe after 2 years. Maybe you can work in some company, stay here, I will take care of it. What is the point in asking her to go back?
You know the reason why Raju is extremely well married and happy? Because of this question. Yeah, this is your perception. And, okay. Now,
sorry, I have a comment actually. It's not an answer to one of your questions. And the comment is that this is a very culturally influenced situation, right? So, and this is typically, and the responses that we're giving.
What's your take on my question?
On which question? The first or the second?
I'll give you a second question. I will summarize what it's all about.
Okay.
Okay. Joseph, the simpleton who deeply loved Anna, first said, please marry me. Then he said no. Do you think he was right in what he did?
Yeah, I think he was right. I would say he was right because so the circumstances are different. The situation in which he loved the lady was different from now. And as an individual, I think it's his, he has the freedom to choose whether he still wants to accept the lady as she is or no. And he could have chosen the other way. But if it is his decision to have chosen not to accept her, then I think it's right.
Kita says what Joseph did was right. I need to talk to Mr. Prasanna. Okay. How many of you think Joseph was wrong in what he did? We'll ask the lady here. a lady's perspective.
To speak for Joseph?
She spoke for Joseph.
Okay, to speak for
If you feel so Joseph was wrong, tell us why.
Joseph loved the person. If she has the same behavioral qualities, like on basis of what he liked her before, he should have gone with her even now.
I think we'll come back to what Ramesh was pointing. The ethics, the social ethics and the personal ethics. The place where Joseph stayed, the cultural system said that you adhere to the cultural system. But David went to Goa and he was forward thinker. There also he was right on his own way. So I think it depends on where you put your stone.
Yeah, ma'am, you have something.
Yes. My comment here is that